Hello, welcome to the start of another project vlog. In this vlog, I'll be making the Anjou Tank by Skeinny dippin, and I'll be knitting it with Kelbourne woolens mojave in the color bright yellow as well as dandelion. And I'll be pairing these two colors together. I'm going to make the top-down version, which is apparently a little more difficult than the bottom-up version, but I just want to try it on for the length when I get to that point. I'm going to be making size 2 since this pattern recommends a 0 to 15 centimeters, which is a 0 to 6 inches of negative ease. And going at a size 2, that's a 86 centimeter bust circumference, and I think that would give me around a 9 centimeter of negative ease. So within that range, which it would be like 3 3/4, I think, almost 4 inches of negative ease. So we'll see how that goes. It is knit on DK weight. I have a sport weight yarn. This is 185 yards or 170 meters to 50 grams. So it's a little bit thinner. I'll still be knitting it on the recommended US 5 3.75 millimeter needle. And I'm super excited to get started. My only thing is I don't know which color to make my main color versus the contrast color. I think the bright yellow would be better as a contrast color, but I'm liking this to be on the edge, so I'm not sure. I'll decide after I wind the yarn up. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell from the video, but one of the super negative things about this yarn in particular is that there's a ton of fluff just even here. I don't know, from winding up the yarns that comes out, so I want to see if you can see it on video. I am at my sister's place and my nephew is asleep. My parents took both my kids out, so I have some time alone. I just finished the left shoulder. It looks like this. And I think it'll be pretty cute. The only place I wasn't sure what to do was it just says make one right end or make one left to increase for the slight scoop here. And for that, I just put it in pattern, but that meant that it wasn't true mosaic at times. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm just about to go home from knit night. It was really fun. I couldn't take any footage just because I forgot. And this is how much I'm done. I did join the fronts and cast on here. So I think I have only 6 rows to go before I have to break the yarn, and then I'm guessing start the back before joining in the round. But the low contrast is looking really great. I'm excited to also put on the yellow border for the Icord. I think that'll look pretty good, so we'll see how it knits up. I'm excited though, and this project, although it's not a mindless project, it is portable. Oh, and I have it in the bag that Stephanie gave me from Edible Thoughts Makes. Thank you so much, Stephanie, again. I love it. Good morning. My dad came today at 6 a.m. took my baby, so I have some free time. I don't want to go back to sleep, but I want to knit. And I don't know, I feel like I can't sleep right away when I wake up in the morning. I'll probably take a nap later on in the day since my parents are here, but this is what it looks like, the piece. I'm done the increases for the front. The back is the exact same as the front. However, I think for the back, I'm going to make the straps slightly shorter in my case because I want it to sit a little higher. And I am excited about how I think this will be really cute. It currently looks like this. It's quite low contrast, but I think putting the yellow edging will be really cute. So the connection to the back here is looking quite seamless, and it's only by the slip stitch direction that goes this way versus this way that you can tell. And overall, I'm really liking it. I don't think I mentioned that this is a slip stitch mosaic pattern, so you're only working with one color at a time. And it's been really fun. I am truly enjoying it. It's pretty mindless now. It's memorizable. It's very memorizable. I think it definitely, you have to pay attention still, because if you can tell, this is garter bumps. So you have to do some slipping and some knitting versus some purling, because the edges are both stuck in that edge so that the I-cord can go on later pretty seamlessly. And so it's not mindless, but it's a pattern that's easily memorizable. I'm at my sister's house. I'm about to take a nap. It's currently 2:30, and I have joined in the round and done this much, so just a little bit. All the numbers matched up, and so it was easy enough to join in the round, and now I'll just have to go in the round. Good morning. It's just about 6 a.m. My dad came again and picked up my daughter. My mom and dad, they wake up quite early, especially my dad. And so I think this will probably be our new schedule where they'll pick up my daughter to take to my sister's house and like go on a stroller walk, or they'll just come here. But he came, he picked up my daughter. My toddler is still sleeping. She's a night owl, so she stays up quite late and then sleeps until quite late, usually until 8 or 9. And so I have some free time to knit. I got through this much yesterday. I think in Alex's picture where she models it herself, she has 10 of these small blocks or 5 full repeats. I am almost done, or I'm 1.5 through one of the repeats, so I have 2 more or 4 more rows to go for that repeat to be over. But it's not working up as quick as I thought it would, just because it has slip stitches and it is mosaic. I think I'm going to do the armhole and the neckline first, because I think that just make more sense for this top, just so that when I do try it on later, I can see exactly how much of it I'm done. So it's around 3 hours later, and I've done picking up the armhole and the neckline, and I decided to try it on. I do still have to weave in all of my ends to cover up some of these holes, and I think that otherwise it looks good. The armhole isn't too tight. I did make the sleeves, sorry, the lighting is going in and out, but I did make the as you saw, I did make the length of the straps shorter than what's recommended in the pattern, and I am liking that. And I don't think it's too deep. For the front neckline, I had 2 rows of yellow, and so I decided to pick up between the 2 rows instead of between the edge, so that I wouldn't have a huge chunk of yellow, just to have yellow and then to have the I-cord edging. Just because I did change some of the strap length and things, I wasn't sure how the numbers would play out, and luckily for me, everything worked out completely fine in terms of the underarm. I didn't change anything in terms of the number of stitches around the pattern, and it looks like actually that it's not going to be roomy at all. It will have the negative ease, I guess, off of the body. I thought that it looked more roomy, but trying it on, it looks like it'll be fine. So I'm excited about that too. So I'll continue working on this. I'm really glad that I decided to do the neckline first, and I'll probably weave in my ends once I get kind of tired of doing the body, just because I know that I'll be moving around with this piece. It's a very portable project, of course, but also I'm probably going to be at my sister's for most of the day. Yesterday, I think we came back home at around 8 p.m. and we left here maybe around 8 a.m. So it's the cleanest my house has been in a long time, but also the longest I've spent away from it while still being in the city. So I'll continue on and I'll continue to update you. Good morning. It is another day of my dad taking my baby. He came at 6 and he cleaned everything, so I don't even have to clean today, which is so nice. I want to say that I got through this much of the tank top and I weaved in my ends from last night. Yesterday I spent the majority of my day at my sister's as usual. Today is Juneteenth, it is June 19th, and so everybody's off of work, and so that means that I think my husband will take my toddler to the zoo or to the children's museum, and then I think my sister's going to take my baby and her son to the aquarium, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure, but all that to say is just another day of me spending some time by myself. and I got through this much. I think, as I said before, Alex did have 3 or 5 of the large repeats, and so I've done 3, and now I have to do 2 more. It might be a little short, so I might end up doing either another full repeat or half a repeat more. We'll see, because my straps are a little shorter. So I'm really excited about how this is coming out. It's just taking a little longer than expected, just because it is mosaic knitting. And mosaic knitting, if you're not sure, it's done with slip stitches where you just use one color each round. And so that means that it's not like these yellow parts aren't really a full row. Typically, even now, I prefer color work more than mosaic knitting. I love how in color work, it just works up so quickly and it's so fun. And I love just having floats and doing all of that rather than the mosaic knitting. But I can see why some people do prefer mosaic knitting, just because it is easy to do one color at a time. Although I have to say that it's not very mindless. There's only one row where you're doing stockinette over stockinette. Other than that, you have to kind of pay attention. So I'm excited for how this is turning out, and I will continue to update you as the day goes on. I just finished my first ball of the dandelion color, which is my main color, color A. And I have this much of color B, bright yellow left, and I still have another ball, of course, of the bright yellow. I don't know if you can see all the fluff flying around right now, but this ball is the one that I did the Icord edging from. That took around, I think, 10 grams, I said yesterday. So this is just purely what went into the body. Yesterday, I did weave in all of my ends right here. And so I mended all the holes and things that just had appeared in the garment. I think that this is really nice in terms of weaving ends in. It's just so easy because the pattern is so busy. It's kind of hard to see even if it shows through on the right side. You don't have to be as careful. And because there's that I-cord edging, you can just take, especially this yellow color, I just took up, down, and wove it in that way right here. And you can't really tell because, again, the I-cord edging kind of covers it up. And so this is how long it looks on me right now. I'm done just another half repeat, so one more block, and so I have 1.5 to go, which I think will bring it down to here. After I make mine, as long as Alex did hers, I'll definitely try it on and see if that's the length I want it or if I want it slightly longer. And at that point, I'll probably try it on without something underneath, because I don't plan on wearing this with over things. I plan on wearing it just as a tank top, so we'll see. Currently, I think it looks pretty good, and I am liking the yellow color. So it takes me around an hour and a half of just pure sitting down and knitting to do one block. And so I'm not sure if I can finish this today. It would be nice to finish it today, but if I can't, then I'll finish it tomorrow probably. And I'm excited because I feel like tank tops just go by so quickly, even if it does have mosaic or details in it. So that's what it looks like. Everybody's out of the house now, and as you know, I've been loving making stitch markers or progress keepers, and I just want to say that if you join our Flower Power Mal into our group chat on Instagram, then I would love to send you a stitch marker, as long as you let me know if you like the ring types or the lobster clasp types. And I have so many. I plan on giving them away at Flock or wherever I see people. I took a few to knit in public day. I should have taken more then. I didn't have time to pack more at that point. Popping back in to say that the progress keepers or the stitch markers, I'll be gifting them to you. They'll be at no cost to you. I'll be sending it through snail mail. If you would like some, just please let me know, and please join our Flower Power Mal. I have to now go do vacuuming, do some laundry. These are the kitchen towels we use as just rags and just to wipe down everything, wipe the kids, wipe the tables, like, you know, just in general. And so I run those on sanitary cycle, so those take a while, and I'll have to do some of that. So just do more chores around the house while everybody's out. And while we're here organizing, I realized I never shown you inside of my cabinets, all my sweaters. I have a lot of my hand knits. Some of these are just sweaters that I bought, so ready-made sweaters. And also, yeah, these are ready-made sweaters, but it has 2 layers. So I think this row right here, the second shelf, has all handmade sweaters back there as well. and I am slowly filling up this top drawer shelf used to be my husband, and also this side used to be my husband's, but I'm slowly filling it all up with my sweaters. And then for my husband, we bought this cabinet off of IKEA, and so I put his sweaters up there as well, and then those are his ready-made sweaters up top. But that was really awkward just pointing with but yeah, that's where I put a lot of my stuff. We are figuring out storage. Currently, everything that's hanging is hanging in our children's room. We don't really have a lot of hanging space in this room. So I think we will probably outgrow this house in the next 5-10 years as the kids get older. So we'll have to figure out something at that point. But currently, it's working really well for us. We just moved in just a year ago now on June 1st, so it's been just over a year, and I'm really liking just living here. It's very comfortable for us, serves our purposes and needs, and yeah, I don't think I'm getting in a lot of knitting today, but I'm really happy to be able to do some of these things that I've been putting off. So this is my first try on, and I am whispering because my baby is asleep. It's currently 9, so I think I'll definitely finish it tomorrow, and I'll stand up so you could see what it looks like. As you can see, it is quite cropped on me. I have around 5 rows more to go before I have to bind off, but I think I'm going to put in at least another block and maybe even a full repeat, so that it comes a little lower and I don't have to worry about it being so cropped. I think the reason it is even more cropped on me than it is on Alex is because my armpits do sit up a little higher. Right now it is measuring around 10 inches below for the body length from under the arms, which should be long enough, but because it just sits up so high, I think it's just pulling everything up higher. Overall, I'm really liking the way it looks, and I'm really pleased with how everything is working out. I think that I would have just followed the pattern and just done the 5 more rows and bound off if it was my first summer knit of the season. But because my Sofarine tank is already so cropped, I think I want to make this one a little longer. I just finished. It's around 11 a.m. so I'm going to block it and then head over to my sister's, but I'll show you what it looks like. Looks like this. I did make it slightly longer. I added just 1 more block, so half a repeat, what I said I would do. I was debating on adding 1 additional block, so a full repeat as well, but then as I was doing the project, I felt myself kind of getting distracted by other things, and I was like, okay, maybe it's time to start a new project and finish this one. So I did. I love how it came out. Since it is a cotton linen blend, I don't think that it will change much with blocking, but I'll block it and then I'll show you what it looks like right after this clip. I really enjoy the fact that you only need 1 needle size, a US 5 3.75 millimeter, to do all of the edging as well. And the edging doesn't flip up or anything. It looks really good. So I'm very happy with how this project has landed. I just blocked my project upstairs, got myself ready, and I weighed my yarn just now. And it turns out that I used almost the exact same amount of the 2 colors. So I used, I think, around 70 grams total for the bright yellow, and then 75 grams or there just about for the dandelion. So I'm really happy with, I guess, just it. I think going up to even a size 4, you could probably get away with, for the crop version at least, with only having 2 of each of the mojave at least. So overall, I'm very happy with how this tank top has turned out. I think the low contrast slip stitch mosaic detail for me has really shown through. It's I really like it, even though I don't think you can tell that it's 2 different colors, especially when the day is super gloomy. I debated on whether I wanted to wait for a sunny day, but I decided just to film my outro and everything now because I have no chill, but I think I will probably put this tank top on again, of course, when it's sunny, and take some more photos for Instagram. So up close, this is what the slip stitch detail looks like. The back is also good. I think it sits at a really good length on me for the back and the front, where it's not too deep and it covers my bra straps and everything. I enjoy the thick straps as well as the higher pits that I did. And also the length is really great. I wouldn't really call this super cropped. My belly button is here, so maybe it is quite cropped, but I definitely recommend this pattern if you are looking for a really fun summer knit. However, I do have to warn you that it doesn't go as fast as you would expect a pattern, a DK weight or a sport weight tank top summer knit to go, just because it does have slip stitch detailing and it is mosaic. Thank you so much for watching another project vlog. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will definitely catch you in the next one. If you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you join our Flower Power Mall. Bye.